Hello, welcome to today's movie. In today's movie, we're going to fit a regression line to some data yx, and we're going to measure how well that regression line fits that sample data yx. In this particular movie, we're going to use Excel, and in another movie, we'll use the SPSS software package. So let's go to Excel, and we've got the solution already prepared. So you can see here that this is our data variable. So X variable is the UK employment level for age 16 and over as a percentage. And the Y variable is UK visits abroad in thousands for all ages. So what we're going to do is look for a relationship between this variable Y and this variable X. And as you can see, the data is there. This is the example from the textbook. Okay, so remember when you first do this, you've got a series of options. So what you could do is, the first step would always be to plot the scatter plot. So what I'm going to do is, to do that, we highlight the data. Okay, then click on Insert. Then click on the scatter plot, Insert Scatter, there we are. And then choose the first option. So there's our scatter plot. And then what you can do then is change the axes variable, because it goes, at the moment, it goes from 0 to 9,000. And I've chosen in the completed one 5,000 to 8,500. So all you do is double click on that and it'll pull up this, and then change the minimum to 5,000 and then just click off. And as you can see, there we are. So basically, if I delete that, we've got this scatter plot. Yeah. Now you can see that in general, as X increases, it looks like Y increase. So it looks like it's possible to fit a regression line through this data. Now to do that, you could, all you need to do is, and we've got the solution there, is we double click on a point, a data point, right click, and then add trend line. Okay, now if you wanted to, you could display the equation under the chart, as you can see, and display R squared, which is the coefficient of determination on the chart as well. Okay, so if I just close that down, and we end up with this graph after we've sorted out any other details we may wish to sort out. So we've got that graph, as you can see. Now you can see here that the coefficient of determination is 0.653. Now what we've got here is the regression coefficients. Okay, so we know that the line fit y at is equal to a constant called b0 plus a constant called b1 times the x variable. So to get the b0 intercept, we use the Excel function intercept, and as you can see, it's C4, which is the y variable, to C44. So that's the y range, comma, and then the x range is B4 to B44. You can see that the intercept is minus 50324, which is the same as what you got there, to the nearest whole number. Then the slope of the line, this is the slope, how steep the line is given by the Excel function slope. So again, it's the y data range, C4 to C44, comma, x data range, B4 to B44. And you can see there that the slope is 947.425. And as you can see there, it's the number that multiplies the x variable itself. Okay, so there's our regression line. So the regression line y at equals minus 50324 plus 947.43 multiplied by your x variable. Okay, so that's your regression line. Now we can see from the scatter plot that with the regression line's fitted, but not all the data points lie on that line. Now, if all the data points were on that line, then the correlation coefficient, Pearson's correlation coefficient R, would be 1. And the coefficient of determination, COD, which is related to Pearson's correlation coefficient R, because COD is just R squared, would be 100%. So we can see here, look, we can get Pearson's correlation coefficient using the Pearson Excel function. There's your Y range, comma, X range, and that comes out to be 0.8 to 1 decimal place. The coefficient of determination you can get from the RSQ Excel function, and that comes out to be 0.65 296, etc. So that's 65% of the actual data values are predicted by the line value itself. So we got a 35%, which is not predicted by the line. So you can see why we got some scatter about the line. Okay, and then we can work out also if you need to, and we'll use this later on when we're looking at prediction intervals, where we want the standard error of the estimate. And we know from the book that these are the equations for Pearson correlation coefficient, the regression line, and there's the equation for the standard error of the estimate, and also the coefficient determination, etc. So it's quite an awkward looking equation, but luckily we have an Excel function called STEYX, which will calculate it for us. So you can see there, STEYX, Y range, X range comes out to be 260.562 to 3 decimal places. So that's the standard deviation of the estimate. Okay, now you can then, if you wanted to, use data analysis. And I've got the data analysis solution here. So all you've got to do is you click on data, you click on data analysis, then you click on regression, then you tell it where the Y range is, remember, and I put C3 to C44, and I put the X range B3 to B44 because I've also included the labels. So make sure that if you have the labels in your range, you click on labels. I've asked for a 95% confidence level, so you can ask for that as well. You can also ask things like residuals and standardized residuals and residual plots and line fits, and also a normal probability plot. You can do that in normal Excel, but it's quite tricky. See the book for how to do it, etc. SPSS also enables all these calculations to be provided as well. So if you click OK now I'm putting the solution in G5, which is there, in that cell there. So I just cancel that again. So when you click OK, you get these results. There's the coefficient, there's the R value, which is 0.8. There's the R squared, which is the coefficient of determination, 0.65 or 65%. There's the standard error of the estimate, 260.56. If you compare with the normal Excel function, you'll see you get exactly the same values. Okay, and then down here is the intercept and the slope. Okay, so you get exactly the same values. But notice you've got other statistics provided which enable you to test whether the intercept is a significant contributor to the overall value and whether the slope parameter B1 is a significant contributor to the overall value of Y at. Notice you get T-stat values, you get corresponding P values as well. Okay, for the model you've got the corresponding F statistic, etc. All this is discussed within the book, etc. So that's looking at how to fit a regression line using the scatter plot method, using the Excel functions, but also using the data analysis menu for regression, etc. So it's bye for now. In the next movie, we'll look at how we use SPSS to solve the same problem.